created for a special purpose. Now, what's more special than you?
Stop playing Wonder Woman to those who are your kryptonite. 1, you're draining yourself and depleting yourself. While you're exhausting all of your resources trying to help them, they're letting you know it's destructing you. You can only give so much. It comes to a point in time where you really got to stop giving. Like, I know we're supposed to give, we're supposed to be giving our last, we're supposed to put ourselves last, but at the end of the day, sometimes that's not beneficial. Sometimes it really be the enemy that be bringing you down. Like, even if it's your loved ones, the enemy sometimes do be working in them to bring you down. And it's not to say that God won't fill your cup back up, like He not gonna be there. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just get tired of looking like a sucker. You get tired of looking like a simp for the ones you love. When does it come to a point in time where you put yourself first? You know, when you be like, all right, I'm gonna be okay with looking like the bad guy because I'm tired of getting used. You know? And that's real, because it's just like, you don't want to be the bad guy to the ones you love. But the ones you love, they don't care. They want what they want from you, and that's it. That's really it. So you doing all this to help them, and they don't even care, because at the end of the day, sometimes they might just say, I ain't asked for all this. You didn't have to do that, even though they did. Because if you ain't do that for them, who was going to do that for them? Or if you weren't going to do that for them, what they was going to call you? Selfish. She only care about herself. Yeah. They be lying. They know what they doing. They do. I promise you they do. They plot in their head. Just the same way you plot in your head for your success, they plot in their head on what they gonna take from you. What can they take from you today? How you gonna benefit them today? That's what they plot in their head. I wonder how much money she got today. I wonder how much she got paid. What can I get from her? For real. That's what they be. The same way you planning your dreams out and you calculating how much funds you can spend, they calculating on how much is in your hands. They want to know because they want some of yours. They can't get that by themselves. And you know what's crazy? The ones that do get it by themselves, sometimes they still want yours. Sometimes what they have ain't even enough. They gonna do what they want to do with their money, but at the end of the day, they know that you got them. Then you gotta save them. When does it become enough? When does playing Wonder Woman stop? When do you take the cape off and realize that you a human being? Realize that you can't save everybody. Realize that you gotta put yourself first and move on. Or set some boundaries, set some grounds. You can't be out here being a yes woman. How that sound? How that look? You gonna be a year from now, they down there talking about you now. After everything you done did for them, they probably down there talking about you to who knows what and who knows where, playing the victim as if you never did nothing for them. So when does it stop? 2, it's not your job to interrupt nobody's karma. See, the way people operate now, it's so crazy how, like, you never know why somebody's going through what they're going through. You just never know. They're not even going to tell you what they've been doing to people. You just out here feeling sorry for them. And you not knowing that this is what they got to deal with to shape and mold them. Maybe the Lord's working on them. Maybe they supposed to be struggling. Maybe that's their lesson. Maybe they need that. And you depleting yourself. And you giving them, you interrupting their karma. Now they karma on your karma. Now y'all both down. That's not going to be a good story. There's no happy ending to that. Sometimes you really have to do an investigation on why this is happening to them. Ask a few questions. Ask the people that they talking about. Ask them what happened. Gain some clarity on the situation before you go handing your hand out. All their problems. It's your problems now because you done offered your hand. You offered them some money, a place to stay. Anytime they needed a ride, you there for them too much. Now that's your burden. And I know it's nice to help people, but sometimes people go through what they gotta go through because that's what they put themselves in. And you cannot save them because guess what? You'll exhaust all your resources and they still gonna have to go through their karma. So at this point, when you're tired and done and you're depleted and now you're in a hole, they gotta move on to somebody else that can help them too. That's the thing. That's the thing, because they still have to go through their karma. They still have to reap what they sow. And I got to stop saying karma, because it's really reaping what they sowed. They still have a season of reaping. They're in their season of reaping, of struggling, of being down, of losing everything. And when your stuff is gone, when your house is a atrocity, or whatever, when your house is tore up, your funds is low, everything's just done for, they got to move on now, because they got to find somebody else that's going to be able to save them too. And they don't understand that they have to get themselves out of that. Sometimes when you're reaping, can't nobody really help you. You're going to still have to reap what you sow sooner than later. Maybe you didn't lose much. Maybe you helped them out a little while and, got them on their feet without them even having to sweat much. 6 months later, they down again, because guess what? They wasn't able to reap what they sowed. They never allowed themselves to go through that, because they scared of reaping what they sowing. Sometimes people run away and people run and hide because they scared of reaping what they sowing. They scared to reap what they sowed. Everything they done did. They don't tell you much of what happened, but just know they is reaping what they sowing. That's period. They are reaping what they sowing. So don't interrupt nobody's reaping season. You gotta allow them to go through that, because they're gonna have to go through that eventually. It's either gonna deplete your funds, deplete your energy, or you're gonna, help them out a little bit, but sooner or later they're gonna be down again, because they still have to go through that. That's in the Bible. You have to go through a reaping. Whatever you sowed in this season, you're gonna have to reap, whether it's good or bad. So try to always sow good seeds, regardless, because I don't want anyone in this predicament or any predicament. So try to sow good seeds, be good to others. Don't let nobody use you, but definitely reap what you sow. You sowed some good seeds, guess your next season gonna be reaping. Maybe you sowed some bad seeds, 3 years ago. Maybe you got some good seeds, and that's the time where you gotta reap what you sow. Yeah, maybe the Lord prepared you for your reaping. Maybe he feels like, okay, he or she has changed, but they still have to reap what they sowed on this year. So I'm going to kind of put them in a position to kind of withstand the reaping while, they're going through this. And they wondering, so much good has happened, now so much bad has happened to me. Maybe, you still got to go through that. You have to go through that. But if you really have a good relationship with the Lord, He's going to make sure that you can withstand that reaping season. He's just not going to just put you out on your knees. You in the dirt, you done. No, you're going to still be able to withstand that. So just try to sow some good seeds from now on, okay?
I was created for a special purpose. Now, what's more special